Hello everyone, my name is Arpota. So today I'm going to discuss about unit number 3 software architecture and planning a software project. So let us go through the contents that we are going to discuss in this video. We are going to discuss about role of software architecture and architecture views. Now what is the role of software architecture? So software architecture of system is dealing with the structure of a system which consists of software elements and which are externally visible properties to those elements. Okay, so the use of software descriptions are as follows. So in the definition we can see here it is nothing but the structure of the software, of the entire software, also the externally visible properties of those elements, as well as what are the relationship between them. So the use of software architecture are understanding and communication. So if software architecture description will help for communicating the architecture of system to its user. So when user understand the software architecture, it will help him to design the software easily. So this description also helps the stakeholder to understand the micro properties of the system, also how the system satisfy functional and quality requirements. The architecture description of proposed system will describe how the system will be composed and what are the parts of it. So this will help in understanding the proposed system. Second one is reuse. Now software architecture helps in reusing the software. That is, the software reuse helps in increasing the productivity as well as decreasing the software. So same software architecture can be used for reusing the software. So software engineers are working for developing such software components that will be useful for building any desired software. So currently the software engineers are working to develop some software components that will be useful for building the entire software system. Third one is construction and evaluation. So for constructing the system, the partitioning is done. Architecture partitioning the system into parts. There is a suitable partitioning in the architecture helps the project to build a system part by part. So we don't build a system and once more, we build the system part by part. So each part can be independently developed and built by a separate group of developers. Thus architecture guides the development process. Now after the construction of the complete system, new features need to be added or some changes need to be made to the existing system. Next one is analysis. Now before building the actual system, some important properties of the system can be determined. That is, the software engineers use the models to analyze the design of a product for its cost, reliability and performance. Architecture helps in determining such models. So always whenever we before we build the actual system, some important system will be determined. So the software engineers have used some models to analyze the design of a product. So whatever the properties of the system has to be built can be predicted if the system is developed from the architecture. So whatever the properties the of the system which is built, so it can be developed from the architecture. So it helps in analyzing the system before its actual development. Now let's see what is architectural views. So for building the software system, different parts of the system represent graphically. So this graphical representation is called as architectural view. Now a view represents the system which is composed of some types of elements and relationships between them. Now different views export different properties and attributes. So what happens is this helps the stakeholders, analysts, to properly evaluate the corresponding attributes for the system. Now the view describes the structure of the system. So there are three types of view. First one is module view, the component and connector view, and allocation view. So let's see one by one. Let's see about what is module view. So it is a collection of coordinates. So as you know, the purpose of each module is to implement some functionality. So examples of modules are package, collection of classes, collection of functions, methods and procedure. Now depending upon the interaction between the modules, the relation between them will be decided. The relationship ID code is based. So various types of relationship are, that is a part relationship, This means module A is a part of module B. Uses or depends on relationship. That means that module B depends on upon the functionalities of module A. Types of or generalization or specialization relationship. That means that both module B and C are the types of module A. Second one is component and connector view. So in C and C view, the system consists of runtime entities. So these entities are called as components. So examples of components are a process, object, or collection of objects. Components interact with each other in order to provide the system services. So what are the components? Components are there. They interact with each other so that they provide good service. So the components get connected to each other using connectors. So examples of connectors are pipes and sockets. Here the middleware acts as a connector for distributed components. Third one is allocation view. So in allocation view, what happens? The focus is on allocation of resources. So these resources might be hardware, software, file system, or people. So the elements and environment software system is established. The focus of allocation view is on certain issues like how the file gets organized in the system. Okay. Now how the processor will be running on what type of processor and what kind of operating system is required for integrating the application software. So in this video we have discussed about various uses of software architecture descriptions, types of architecture views. Thank you.